Hello, Matt here from Airgun Hub, and as you've seen from the little clippers before, today we're going to be talking about the Umarex Colt 1911 Gold Cup. As you can see with all Umarex pistols, there's a nice little Colt logo on the front there. Smaller box as always, just a Brocock sticker on there because they at the time were the official UK importer, and as always just a little sticker on the side saying Government Gold Cup, CO 4.5mm or 177, and a bit of German there. So we'll open her up and we'll see what's inside. There you go. So as you can see straight away, there's a nice little cutout there for a CO2 and a cutout for 2 magazines. There's also your little Allen key to adjust your sights as you get with all these Umarex pistols, and there's just some tools there that came with mine. Just another Allen key and a screw for the little compensator on the end. Now this is a personal gun of mine. It is a Gold Cup, but it's missing a few bits. It's missing the original grips, which are like a black wraparound rubberized grip, and it's also missing the thumb guard, or the slide thumb guard that's on the slide. I will get these replaced eventually, but it's too good of a deal to miss out on, so I did buy it. We'll take the pistol out and we'll talk about the piston and have a look around it. So as you can see, it is finished in nickel, my preferred colour, as you know by now. We'll start with the writing on the side. If you can see this, it does say Colt Gold Cup, CO 1.7 4.5mm, and it does have the Colt logo on the front there. Moving around the other side, we've got a serial number there. I don't know if that's a unique serial number at all. And then we've got manufactured under license from Colt, ETFA MFG, Co. Hartford, Connecticut, USA, and it's made in Germany, as all these Umarex pistols are, and there's the little logo there for the German market. So this is under license from Colt, as you can see, so it is a full-size replica of the Colt 1911. It's the Gold Cup version, as you can see, so it has got a few additional features on it. It has got an extended slide release, and that's not a loaded magazine, by the way. It has got an extended slide release. It's got an ambidextrous, as you can see, extended safety, which fits nicely under your thumb and is very, very easy to operate. It's got a different hammer to the normal 1911s. It's got an extended beaver tail, and it has got a fully working rear safety that does need to be depressed to pull the trigger and fire the pistol. As I said, this one's got walnut grips on it, not the original grips. It does have also the front barrel extension. It is an exterior mock extension only. The inner barrel, as you can see, does not extend to the front of this extension. It is a normal barrel inside that cuts off where it would be. This is easily removed just by taking the little screw out from there, taking it away, and then you're left with just a normal 1911 if you wanted it that way. But as I've got all mine in competition extensive barrel versions, I like to keep mine on. The trigger is a two-stage, it's not a two-stage. As you can see, there is 2 sections. It's a 2-piece, should I say, trigger. Now these 1911s were made with a single version, a single piece trigger, but what they found was that pulling the trigger back was very, very hard because it had to move backwards, not around and up like a normal trigger does. So what they've actually done is they've made this a 2-piece trigger now, so the actual rear piece stays where it is and the front piece actually goes around and up like a normal trigger was. It just makes it that a little bit easier to pull that trigger. Again, excuse me, again, it can be used in single and double action, like so. It's a very, very light trigger on this one, actually. I was quite surprised. I don't know if this one's been modified in any way or the trigger's been adjusted, but it is a very, very light trigger, especially in single action. There's not much playing it before it releases, which is fantastic. I did think this pistol would be very, very good for iron plate shooting, just because of how light the trigger is, and it does seem very, very pointable. Even with the longer barrel on it, you can remove that, but it is very, very pointable. The trigger is very, very light, so it would be quite a good candidate for iron plate shooting. As with most of the Umarex pistols, there is black parts on it just to contrast the nickel, I think they look really, really nice with the black bits on it. Just as I say, contrast it. I've finished mine off with some stainless screws instead of, just to add to that effect. It also has an extended, as you can see, mag release, or what would be a mag release. This actually, if you depress it, pops, as you can see, the grip off the other side, which leaves your cavity for your CO2. As with all Umarex pistols, it's a drop down jobby. Slot your CO2 in, tighten your screw, push it back up. The grip is then, sorry, a bit of hay. The grip is then pushed back on, like so. These are getting harder and harder to come by. It was produced in 1997, so it's knocking on for nearly 20 years old now. As I say, they're hard to come by now, these Colt Gold Cups. They did also do I believe it was the match version, which had a rail adapter, rail screws there, and it did have a rail over the top with a red dot sight on it. Again, that would be even better candidate for iron plate shooting if you wanted to use that. But yeah, one of my favourites again, part of the nickel collection, part of the extended barrel collection, or the competition collection. Very nice pistol. One thing I'm not keen on is this grip safety. It does have to be gripped quite firmly and depressed in quite hard. Now I've got quite small hands, so for me, naturally, I don't want to grip it that tight, but you do need quite a good tight grip on the back there, just to depress that grip safety and allow the trigger to fire. Now the trigger will pull still if it's not all the way in, but it won't fire if it's loaded with CO2 and a pellet. It'll just sound like that effectively, even if it is loaded with CO2. But yeah, very, very nice finish on it. Nickel finish. The sights are adjustable for windage, not elevation. This one hasn't got target sights on. The sight picture is pretty good. You can't see that front blade, but like I said, very, very pointable pistol. Good candidate for I-pass. Overall pistol for plinking, great, as you've seen by the little clip it before. It shoots pretty spot on, pretty true. A fantastic pistol. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If we can get this video to 20 likes, if you can like, subscribe, share, that'd be absolutely fantastic. And we'll see you next time.